start for a moment in standing, just for fun, just for joy. We'll have our feet on the mat and just spread your feet into the earth. We're focusing on joy today, so imagine your feet joyfully touching the earth and the earth joyfully rising back up into your feet and into your body. And imagine a giggling earth, a joyful earth, just kind of rising through your being, through your legs, through your belly, your solar plexus, your heart, and right up through your throat and crown, through the whole brain. Bring joy to your system today and use the elements around you to expand on that. So we start with the earth. We also have the access of all the space around us, the sky, just the air that we breathe, and the elements of nature that are all around us. They're very beautiful ways to bring joy into our systems. So as we start here standing, let your body just rock or move with joy. And it could be just a small movement, or it could be bigger. Just see what comes through you. Notice how joy moves through you. Imagine breathing joyfully. Maybe your inhale feels super exciting and wonderful, and maybe your exhale just feels extra relaxing and joyful. You might feel a gentle weight shift on your feet or legs. We call it the small dance. And maybe your small dance is big, big, or maybe it's tiny. Maybe you feel practically still in this standing moment. Can you make your movements a little smaller to find that moment of standing? Standing meditation. Give your head a nod, yes. And just notice what you're saying yes to today. Woo-hoo. Relax your jaw. Find your way to the nose or the maybes and go ahead and move your head in a no shape or maybe a maybe shape. Whatever that may mean for you, just see what shows up in your yeses and your nos and your maybes. Breathe the joy of yeses and nos and maybes through your body. And I'll add in the intention of joy, because we came into class with that idea, but I'll also offer you this moment if there's anything else that comes forward that you'd like to manifest during this practice or beyond, off the mat, into your day, into your week. Now is a time to bring in anything that serves. And let's flap our wings a little bit. So launch the arms high and take a big breath in, and then exhale, push your arms down. And a gentle bend to the knees when we flow it again. Inhale the arms high. Maybe this time you look up, palms might come together or towards one another. And exhale, you can look down and push the energy down. Couple more rounds. Inhale up. Exhale down. Looking up. Things are looking up. And exhale, things are looking down. And inhale, rise the arms up, and the right hand takes the left wrist, and we take a side bend. Stamping into the left foot, nice long side bend. Opening up the outer hip. You could even sway your hips a little to the left for a little extra opening. And then come on back through center and switch the clasp. Left hand takes right wrist, and side bend. Right hand reaches over to the left. The right hip might come out for a little extra opening for that right side body. Opening up the waist and the ribs, maybe the side of the leg or the side of the foot, whatever you feel. Come on back to center, interlace the fingers, draw the palms high, drop the shoulders, and walk your palms along the ceiling, lifting maybe your gaze, maybe your heart. Take a big breath in here. And exhale, will flow on down to a forward bend, down, down, down. Just let yourself come into your ragdoll pose. And you may bend your knees a lot. You might walk your feet even wider. Head is releasing, back of neck down toward the earth. You could take opposite hand to opposite elbow and sway. or the hands might come elsewhere on the body, like the legs or maybe the ground or blocks. Just see what brings your body most joy, most yes, most positive. Find your inhales and exhales here in this forward fold, really letting the back body open. Take your time. Bring the hands to the back of the head or the hair for a little extra tug or pull at the back of the neck and around the scalp where there, might be some lingering stress or thoughts. You could pull your hair, massage your temples or jaw. Take another breath or two in. And then we'll go ahead and step back just to a brief downward dog. We're actually going to come to all fours, but just let this down dog be a moment to continue to open the back body in connection to itself. Back of the hand, back of the arm, the shoulder, the whole back, and the backs of the legs and the feet. Take one more breath. We'll come back to down dog, but for now we come to all fours. And we come to inhales and exhales, cats and cows. Inhale, open the front body, chin, chest, eyes, and tail. Lift. And exhale, round it out. The head drops, the tail drops, the belly draws in. Squeeze. And we move. Inhale, open front body. Yes. Exhale, round out the back body. Yes. Taking your time with this a few rounds just to get your spine moving, bring joy into your whole system through the spine. What a delight it is that we have a spine that helps us move and walk around in all the beautiful ways we do. Last few rounds. Focusing on your breath, focusing on the nooks and crannies of the body. Last round. And exhale, now we just move freely. We move hips and shoulders and head in any which way you want. You could be side bending or just spiraling or circling or wagging your tail. Last couple rounds like this. We're going to bring the feet together and the knees wide and just settle back into a brief child pose. Turning the palms up, the forehead comes down. And there's this sense of surrender, just putting down something that is no longer serving. Let it go right down into the earth. Let's walk our hands over to the left side of the mat, joyfully moving. Opening up that right side body again. Take a breath. And then go ahead and walk it on over to the other side. Same thing. Opening up the left side body. Just a brief visit here. And then come on back to the middle, come back up to all fours, lengthen out that right leg coming onto the ball of the foot. And in your own timing, if it feels nice to bounce, take the bounce. If stillness is better for you, so be it. Yes, follow your yeses, follow the things that feel really good. Pleasure activism is on tap today. And we'll go ahead and launch that right leg into space and lengthen the left arm forward. And reach yourself long and circle out your wrist and ankle, circling in both directions. Yes. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Big breath in and exhale, round in, elbow toward knee. And inhale, reach. And exhale, round, tuck your chin. Fold it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. And last one, reach it out. And the left hand comes down and the right foot comes down and the right arm launches to the sky as you face the side of your mat. Feel your wingspan, feel the heart opening through each arm, and take a little lean back and open up and enjoy the ride. Spread wide open through your big wide wings, and then big wide windmill circle with that right wing, that right arm. Just circle it all around you. You can follow it with your eyes and your smile, and the smile in your eyes, circling in the other direction. Working with your breath, working with joy as your companion. Meet me with the right arm over the right ear, spread through the right side body. Yes. If it feels nice, launch your right leg into space. And if it feels nice, bend your right knee and reach back for your right foot. and let the heart beam. Take a breath or two wherever you are. And let's meet back to all fours and move it around your way. Hips, shoulders, and head, your favorite safari animal on the move here. Oh, would you be a lion or a tiger or a cougar? What would you be? Come to center, come to middle, come to that small dance pause. And go ahead, lengthen the left leg back, come on the ball of the left foot, a little bounce. Spreading the toes, opening perhaps a nice stretch for your calf or your back of your whole leg or your knee, wherever it may be, even through the whole system of the body. And then go ahead, launch your left leg into space and reach your right arm in opposition. Spread yourself longer than you already are. Circle out your wrist and ankle, both directions. Lift your arm and leg a little bit higher. And then exhale, round in, elbow toward knee. Squeeze the belly in, tuck the chin. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, reach, open. Exhale, round, close. Two more, inhale, reach. Exhale, round. And last one, reach it out. And this time the right hand comes down, the left foot comes down in line with the hand and the knee. The left arm flows to the sky. And once again, feel your wingspan. Feel your heart beaming. Lean back, open up, enjoy the ride. And then meet me in a big circle with that left arm all the way around like a big windmill. This opens up the upper chest. It opens up the breath. It opens up the shoulder joint. Circling in the other direction, keeping our joints supple as we age. And reaching left arm over left ear. Big long line for the left side. When you're ready, float that left leg into space and bend your left knee and reach back for your foot and beam your heart. You might also be beaming your belly and the front of your left thigh. Take another breath wherever you are. And let's unwind, come on out. And let's sit in a child pose for a moment, just releasing any tension through the fingers. Let's give those fingers a little wiggle and drop your forehead to the ground. Turn your palms in receiving mode to the sky here in your child pose. And we'll rise up. See if you can keep your head on the ground. You'll come up on the crown of your head as if you were going to take a headstand. Hands come to the back of the neck and smooth out the back of the neck. And you can keep rolling even further beyond the headstand, the flat part of your head. And just really open the back of your neck. You can use your hands just to give a little massage or touch there. And if you want to deepen, you can reach your hands, your arms through the inner thighs. And you'll get this really nice stretch for the shoulders. We'll take one or two more breaths. And let's unfurl, come on out, curl the toes under, and rise your way on up, downward facing dog. Reach the right leg up to the sky and bend your right knee and roll your hip open, pressing your right foot towards your left shoulder and circle out that right knee with pleasure. Let it feel good in the hip. Circle in the other direction. Yummy, yummy hips today. Launch your right leg up to the sky. Pull back through each heel. Press forward through each palm. Get longer. Breath in. And exhale, round in that knee to nose. Shoulders over wrists. Step your right foot forward. Find your blocks and bring them to either side of your front foot. Your right knee is bent. We're going to dip down onto the left knee and send the heart up and high and forward as you sink in through your hips, opening the front of that left hip. Let's reach the arms back like we have a regal cape on, flowing in the breeze behind us. Maybe you look up and take a breath. And then exhale, we'll straighten into our pyramid, pull back through the hips, bow through the head. Maybe shake out your head. And if it feels nice, launch the 5 toes of the right foot up, placing a block under the ball of the foot. You get a little extra stretch, a little extra spread. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Shake out your head a little bit. And just for fun, let's fly into a standing split. Launching your left leg up into space, bowing your head, big breath here. Rooting through the standing foot and launching your left leg really like a rocket ship up into space. Last breath. Let's step back strong, high plank. And make our way all the way down to our bellies, nice and controlled. Sphinx pose, come up on your forearms, give those fingers a little wiggle, like a woo, come on over here. Draw your elbows back and let your belly crawl forward. Broaden your collarbones. Breathe into the front line of the body. If you want, you can kick one foot up and then the other just for a little extra stretch for the quads rather. One more breath like this. Hands turn down to the ground, walk them back a little bit and straighten your arms just a little bit, coming a little higher here. Broaden your chest. Maybe there's a look up, legs are strong. One more breath. Exhale, come on down, press through your hands, rise your way up, high plank, big breath in. And then exhale, press on back, downward facing dog. Nod your head, yes. Shake it out, no. And lift that left leg to the sky and bend the left knee and roll your hip open. Pressing your left foot towards your right shoulder and in due time, circling out your left knee. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the practice. Enjoy the practice that we come back to week after week, year after year, month after month. Really taking care of your body, taking care of your spirit. One more breath. Draw in, knee to nose. Step your left foot forward, dip down on your right knee. Hands come to the front thigh and we dip in. And this time we'll have the goddess shape arms, elbows wide, elbows in line with shoulders and wrists in line with elbows. Dip into your hips to feel that beautiful stretch through the front of the right thigh. Feel your goddess moment. Feel like a beautiful goddess that you are, whatever gender you happen to be at this moment. And then drop your hands down and straighten both legs. Pull back through the hips. Bow through the head. If you want, lift the 5 toes of the left foot, coming placing a block on the ball of that left foot. Bow the head, surrender. There's beautiful energy through the legs and the lifting of the sitting bones. There's this wonderful surrender into gravity type energy through the spine. Just letting your spine dangle like a string of pearls off your pelvis. One last breath. Let's fly into our standing split, launching your right leg like a rocket ship up into space, rooting the left foot, bowing the head gracefully. Take another breath. And let's step back strong, high plank. This time, if it's good for you, low push-up. You could always come down on your knees for that low push-up. Inhale your version of a back bend, whatever it might be for you. Shoulders drop, heart opens, legs strong. And exhale, pull your way back straight onto downward dog. Nod the head yes and shake it out no. Let's take 3 breaths just to come present, just to feel yourself here with your breath and your body. How does your body respond to the breath? Take a big breath in. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the top. Reach on out, flat back, lift and lengthen, and exhale. Once again, a nice ragdoll pose, revisiting. You might have more bandwidth to kind of flow side to side with opposite hand to opposite elbow. You may enjoy the stillness. You might want to tuck your hands under your feet, for example. Again, following your breath pattern. Really feeling your body swell and release.
Imagine you were like a large sea creature under the water, how you might move with your breath. Release your hands wherever they are. Bend your knees and gently, gently rise your way up. Roll your way up one vertebra at a time. Once you've gotten to the top, circle out those shoulders and circle out those elbows and circle out those wrists and fingers and find your way to a big back bend, a big backstroke. Meet me with the hands clasped behind the back, open the chest, drop the shoulders. Find that standing position we started in. Really nice. And then reach the arms out wide. And let's just give the fingers a little wiggle, dangling the fingers, opening the backs of the wrists. And then turn the palms open and drop the fingers so the insides of the wrists get a really nice stretch. And then we'll take our arm dance, our heart dance. This is a heart dance that gets expressed through the arms and through the hands, and find your own little movement that feels really good in your body. How do you access joy? Well, you move in the way that feels good. That's one way. There are lots of ways. So just while you're moving, just consider, how do I access joy? We need to do that kind of activation right now. Sometimes it's easy to get down in this society. So it's important as pleasure activists and, as yogis, to really focus on what happens. How can we access joy? Take a moment to stand, feel stillness. And then let's flow the arms high, big breath in. And swan dive down, big breath out. Lift and lengthen, flat back reach. Step or jump it, high plank. Making your way through vinyasa. You might go to a low push-up. You may decide to head straight to down dog, upward dog, downward dog. All are on offer. Reach the right leg up to the sky. And let's step into a warrior one. Right foot steps, left foot spins flat. Rise your arms triumphantly. Big breath in. Exhale, swing wide, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And let's keep on moving, keep on flowing, high to low, upward facing, down dog. There's something about being in flow that really creates joy. Left leg flows to the sky. Stepping in, warrior one. Left foot steps. Right foot spins flat. Find your feet. Rise it up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, swing wide, warrior two. Settle a bit. Inhale, reverse, big breath in. Exhale, flow it out, high to low, upward facing. Meet me there with your breath, with your presence. Down dog. Right leg flows to the sky, inhale. Stepping in, warrior one. Right foot steps, left foot spins. Taking it a little slower this time. Let's actually bring the hands to the hips and find your legs sinking in through the front leg and spreading through the back leg. Spinning gently your belly button, just gently toward the inner right thigh, spreading through the outer edge of the back foot. And then when you feel ready, let's launch the arms high to the sky, as if you're holding something very precious above your head. Find your breath. Sink in, bending your right knee and spreading through the back leg. Last breath here. And then we'll swing wide, warrior two. And maybe you have that heart arm dance, just for fun. Let's reverse the warrior, breath in. And meet me in side angle lunge this time. Right elbow to right thigh. Left arm extends over the left ear. Right knee is moving out toward the pinky toe, and you're really strong through your legs. As you wrap your top arm around the back, if that's good for your body, let your heart be soft. Let your heart be receptive, which means able to receive. So see what's here for you. For 3, 2, I invite you to turn your gaze upward. Last breath. Let's gently unfurl, bring the left knee down, walk the right foot out a couple inches and turn the right toes out to the right about 2 o'clock, and check for gum under the sole of your right foot. Come on the knife edge of your right foot. And then find a little bit of flow through the body, side to side. You could come down on your forearms, feel the stretches that maybe you haven't felt in a while, maybe through the side waist or is certainly in your hips. We'll meet on the outer edge of that left leg and we're going to turn and spin. Left leg is extended. We're going to turn to the back of the mat and maybe your right hand comes back behind you for a little extra twist. Just love the way your body can move here right now today. What a privilege. And then we'll unfurl and face back to the front of the mat. And you're in a left knee is down, but we're going to raise the left knee up. You could keep it down if you prefer. Left hand comes to your block. Left leg is flowing long back behind you. Right arm long reaching forward. One breath like this. And then when you're ready, reach your right arm skyward. Knees draw in toward one another. Big wingspan through the arms. Cherry on top if you want it. Half bind, wrapping your right arm around your back. For 3, 2, 1 more breath, inhale. And let's unfurl and find our way back. You might head straight to down dog. You might go through the whole vinyasa. Yogi's choice. Once you've arrived in your down dog, just take a moment to really revel in it. Maybe the head moves or you have a little pulse for your spine. Let's launch the left leg up to the sky and step into our warrior one. Left foot steps, right foot spins flat. Find your footing. Hands to the hips first to steer your hips gently toward the left, toward the inner left thigh. Find the spread of your toes and your heels and the strength of your legs. And when you feel ready, launch your arms up into space, holding something precious above your head as you charge forward and stay tethered in reality through the back leg, whatever that means. And then we'll swing wide warrior 2 and invitation for a heart arm joy dance. And reverse your warrior when you feel ready. Big breath in. And a side angle when you're ready. Elbow to thigh, right arm over the ear. Long line through the right side. Feel the joy just of expressing that kind of connection. And then wrap your top arm around your back if it feels nice for you. Spinning your heart toward the sun. Gazing past your right shoulder. Things are looking up. Take a breath. We unfurl, hands down, right knee down, left foot walks gently to the left, and once again, check for gum under the sole of the left foot this time. Coming up on the knife edge of the foot. Move your body just so that you can feel your body. So we move so we can feel. And we can't always do everything with the body that we want to do, but we can do some things, and that is a privilege. Go ahead and roll onto the outer right side of your leg and turn to face the back of your mat as best you can. Maybe the left hand comes behind you. See if you can lift your chest and spin your heart. Breathe into the shape for 3, 2, unwind when you feel ready. Turn all toes to face the top of the mat. We're on the right knee to begin. And then we're going to lift that right knee off into space, if it feels okay for you. Take the moment to feel that right leg drawing back and then the left arm drawing forward. So pulling yourself in both directions and launching your left arm to the sky to spin toward the inner left thigh. Cherry on top, wrapping left arm around the back for 3, 2, last breath, inhale. And this time we'll unfurl to face the side of the mat. Legs are wide, toes are in, heels are out, flat back breath in, and then fold, bow, breath out, head down, hips high. Interlace your hands up above, drawing your knuckles to the sky, and just breathe into the joy of this shape. Head might be dangling or balanced on a block or coming to the floor, depending on what your body is capable or
able to do what's, the way you're built, the age you are, the stories that you have in your body. Honor them, celebrate them, breathe with them. Last couple breaths. And let's unfurl and come to face the top of the mat and just step your right foot to meet your left, flat back, hands to the hips this time. Press through your feet, rise, and just take a moment at the top to stand and feel. Breathe into those energy centers like we did at the beginning. Feel the feet touching the ground, and then feel the joyful energy from the earth, from the sky, from nature, filling you up. Anything that wants to move will move. Anything that wants to be still can be still. Let's come into a tree pose. So shift your weight off to your right foot, and left foot comes somewhere along the inseam of the right leg. Now, it could be like right down on the ground. That's an option. So that could be your pose. You could find the left foot pressing into the inner right thigh all the way at the top, right by your pelvis. And then you're going to find the joy expression for your upper body, for your arms. How do you express joy in your arms? It could be hands of the heart. It could be arms wide open or up to the sky. Whatever it is, just like express some joy. Could be simple, could be complicated, doesn't matter. Take a breath. Celebrate this moment. Let's sway in the wind until we fall. How about it? Take a breath. Maybe you force yourself to fall, maybe you fall, doesn't matter. And before we go to the second side, just shake it all out. Just give yourself a little shake. Woo, maybe some sound, a little celebration moment. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. I like to clap my hands behind my back. Little party trick. Shifting your weight off to the other side. So standing on your left foot and finding your tree pose. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It matters what it feels like. And that changes moment to moment. So we can always change. We can change these things, even in balance. Nothing is precious and everything is precious, right? So staying with it, maybe finding a little play, a little sway, a little fall. See what happens. Take a breath. Boom. Meet me in standing, maybe a little dance before you find stillness. An invitation to find your breath. Feel the weight shifting in your feet. Flow your arms high, big breath in. And swan dive down, big breath out. Head down, hips high. Lift and lengthen, flat back, reach it out. Make your way to down dog. Maybe it's through a full vinyasa. Maybe you've headed straight back there. Lift your right leg into space, big breath in. Meet me in warrior two straight away. Right foot steps, turn to face the side of your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior, straightening out your right leg. Walk your fingertips along the ceiling. Imagine you had a magic wand in your right hand and you're casting a spell into the sky, a good spell, a good wish spell. And then hinge at the hip, the right hip, and let your right arm sweep wide in a wide arc, coming down on a tall block or on a shin or on the ground. Trikonasana triangle pose. Every part of you has a direction. Doesn't matter if your knee is bent or straight, micro bent or straight, but you have this sense of clarity through your body. There's real beauty in that, real power in that. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Maybe even puff out your cheeks or through your lips. One more breath. Rise your way on up.
Come to face the side and we'll turn the toes out and the heels in. And we'll go ahead and bend the knees into this beautiful power pose. Bringing the arms wide, that goddess shape, sink in through your hips, feeling strength through the legs, pelvic floor strong. Heart open. Just breathe in the shape. Last breath. Straighten the arms and legs, big star shape pose. Last breath here. And we'll just come to triangle on the second side. So turn your toes to the back side of your mat. And you might want to take your block with you, and could be your magic wand. And lengthen, lengthen, lengthen out. Long left hand lands. Tailbone draws back toward the back heel, and crown launches forward. This beautiful idea of clarity and direction in the whole body. Breathe into that certainty. Sometimes it's nice to have a sense of certainty, a shape of certainty, and clarity. It can be helpful for everyone. A few more breaths, just really feeling the energy and power of this pose. When you feel ready, no rush, but when you feel ready, we rise. And we'll take it again. We'll turn the toes out and heels in, and we'll come into horse stance, what's called horse stance. So this time, bring your hands to your thighs, and we'll just take a little twist. The right shoulder draws forward, and then the left shoulder draws forward. Really nice stretch for the shoulders and the back here. So you linger and you stay and you explore. Make sure your head goes for the ride. Oh my goodness. Come back through the middle and find that goddess shape just for a breath or two. And then straighten the legs, star shape. And then go ahead, turn to face the top of the mat. Hands come down, walk your right foot over to the left side of the mat, just heading straight into your pigeon pose. Hips drop, heart lifts. Hands to the legs or blocks, just taking a moment to pause with the heart open and high. Just we are celebrating joy, and there's so much heart connection in the emotion of joy. So connect with your heart whenever you can. And even if you're bowing forward, you can connect with your heart. You could connect to the back of your heart or the front of your heart, just softening toward the ground. Find your breath. Find a sense of ease and surrender, of softness. Of letting go and allowing. The last few breaths. When you feel ready, you rise. There's no rush. We're going to keep the right knee bent and swing the left leg up and around. I'm going to wrap the right arm around that bent left leg. And see if your hips can be somewhat balanced. The left hip can tend to be very high, so invite it down toward the ground. It might not touch, that's okay. And we're going to rainbow the left arm around the back, because rainbows always bring joy. I don't know, I think maybe always. And spin. Spin, spin, spin. Spin toward the left. Feel yourself turning around your center. Gaze past that left shoulder as best you can. Tall spine. Strong belly. One more breath. We'll unfurl and turn toward the right and bow, bringing your forearms down. Head bows. Shake out the head. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a sigh out the mouth. Shake out your head. And we'll come straight away into the other side. So you're almost set up for it. Walking your left foot over to the right. The right leg lengthens back. The heart stays high for a couple of breaths, for as long as you wish, as long as you can. And when you feel ready, you fold in, you bow in, focusing on the heart, whether it's upright or bowed, softening, surrendering. Soft heart. Wonderful, wonderful quality to have. Relaxed shoulders and jaw also. Very wonderful and important. Few more breaths. And rising, your own timing. Left knee stays bent and the right leg swings around across beyond the bent left leg. Left arm hugs around bent right knee. And again, just taking a moment to connect with your hips and what they're doing. Awareness can bring great joy. And we'll rainbow the right arm around the back. You know, when we know what's going on and we are aware of it and we're sure of it and we can decide, like that can bring quite a bit of joy. Keep spinning, keep breathing. Keep your eyes in line with the center and eventually the gaze past the right shoulder. Keep that majestic opening and spinal length. Last couple breaths. Unfurling, walking over to the left, bowing, forearms to the mat, and just let everything go. When you feel ready, rise. We're going to take a beautiful heart opening pose, camel, Ustrasana. And this one is a standing on the knees. So if you want, you can roll your mat under you so you can pad your knees a little bit. I also recommend if you have a pillow or a bolster, we're going to take an easy one today. So if you've got this, place it right at the crook of your knee. And you're going to stand up onto you're standing on your shins and your knees. If you've got the bolster underneath you here, you don't have to curl your toes under. If you don't have a bolster, curl your toes under and find a block or two behind you towards your feet. At first, we're just going to focus on a nice, tall, long spine. Bringing the hands to the low back. If you can turn the fingers up, that's great. Or you could have hands in pockets face down, fingers down. But either way, you want to try to draw your elbows towards you and get longer and longer and longer and taller, and the heart lifts. And gaze down at your heart as you start to back bend. Now, you can keep your hands supporting your back if this is like, this is the thing I need. If you've got the bolster, reach your hands back for the bolster and you'll be in this gorgeous back bend, but very well supported. Keep your eyes down. Keep your chin down for a moment so that you just invite your chest to lengthen and lift. Drop the shoulders. Maybe the gaze looks up eventually. You know, if you want to throw your head back, you can, but keep yourself safe with your neck. And just the feeling for the pose is joy. So it is a bit of busting out of your, your average box of day-to-day living. So just let yourself celebrate
this extra heart opener, wherever it stands for you. You might be reaching back for that block or your feet.
Hips press forward, heart lifts up. One more breath. And if you've got the bolster, you can just sit right down on it to come out. Find yourself for the moment. Just feel the benefits of the pose, however it was for you. It might have been a tiny back bend. It might have been a huge, coming out of the box back bend. Whatever's possible is what's wonderful. We're going to cross our ankles and lie on our backs. And take a moment to hug your knees into your chest. And then we'll just take a circle out for the knees. Let your spine be long, let your body kind of relax. Keep the right knee hugged in, lengthen the left leg out on the mat. And we're gonna take a half happy baby, drawing the right foot up toward the sky, straightening the leg and then bending the knee again and bringing that right knee to the side of your torso. You could either guide your left leg long. You could choose instead to bring the foot to the ground on that left leg if that's a better option. Or you could reach your left arm over your head so you're creating a really long laser line with the left leg. And if you want, you can start straightening your right leg a little bit. Just kind of playing with stretching the inseam of the leg, the hip. Really great work. When you feel ready, we switch. We draw both knees in for a moment, keeping the left knee hugged in, either lengthening your right leg out or bringing your right foot to the mat, straightening that left leg and then bending it again, foot facing the sky for half happy baby. And again, that right leg could remain long or you could bend it. Right arm reaches over ear, and you can play with the left leg any which way you want. This is really an experiment, a body experiment always. The body gets to play in yoga. Meet me in a full happy baby just for the fun of it. Perfect pose to focus on joy, the happy baby. Rocking it out. Kind of remembering the days when you might have been a happy baby rolling around on your back. We're going to meet with the knees over to the left for a twist, just to kind of seal in our practice. The right arm opening out to the right. And you stay as long as you like. When you feel ready, you twist on over to the other side. Knees to the right, left arm out to the left. And this is your time. This is the way you're winding down your practice. So if there's one last pose that your body wants, that your spirit wants, you can take it. Those of you who do a headstand or a handstand, very joyful expression, yogic expression. So choose your last pose or just rest yourself down on the ground in Shavasana. It's really nice to connect to the earth and just rest on the earth, to receive her joyful energy coming up through you and yours circulating right back down into the earth, making your way eventually to that rest, to that Shavasana, to that integration. As you find your way to rest, to Shavasana, make sure you feel well supported. And come back to that little spark of joy that you may have accessed during this practice. Sometimes it's a practice to find joy, and sometimes it just flows out of us so naturally and shows up. Sometimes we do have to fake it till we make it if we are stuck in some very deep patterns. So good for you for doing the work. Good for you for having joy just spontaneously show up. And good for you to rest now and feel the peace and quiet of Shavasana. I will stop talking and call you out when it's time. Begin to take a big breath in. And just rest back in that long breath out. Just soften and release. Ha. Inhaling full, deep, and slow. And exhale. When you're ready, let it go. Soften and release. Perhaps you begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and let your head roll gently side to side. And when you feel ready, maybe you stretch or you touch or you roll on your side, whatever feels most organic and right, joyful in the body. Pausing on your side and giving yourself a loving hug. Whatever your relationship to joy today, just offer yourself the gift of love and unconditional love that only you can give to yourself. If there's anything to let go of, drop your forehead down to the ground and just sigh it out or speak it out or sing it out or visualize things leaving that don't serve or are excess or don't belong to you. You're ready to let go of. Make your way to rising to seated and find your most joyful seat. So it is so wonderful to sit with a posture, with an attitude, an affect of joy. It's contagious. That's really how we find joy, is from one another or from the inspiration of nature, of course. Draw hands to the heart. And, when I say one another, I include nature. I include all sentient beings as ways to spark joy and connect. Let your eyes gaze down to your heart and your hands and thank yourself for your practice, for this beautiful day, for any intention that you want to add to this beautiful day, and just bow, receive, and accept. And then lift, draw your hands to your third eye center and lift, 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 lift. Lift to the light, follow your yeses. Bow to one another. Om Shanti, peace, namaste.